Hello and welcome to Shauna Stitches. It is Friday. It is February 28th. Today is Tuesday, I think, although my weekends are weird, so I can't be quite certain about that. And this right here is Fiona, in case you were wondering and you haven't watched before. Welcome to my podcast about knitting. Once in a while it's about crochet, cross stitch, and possibly some other crafts, but mostly about knitting, and today it's going to be about knitting. In case you do hear some other noises, there are 3 dogs in the house, and I am again filming from my boyfriend's house, mostly because that's where I spend my days off and that's the easiest. So for the foreseeable future, this is probably where you're going to see me. I'm drinking plain black coffee, which is what I've been drinking all morning long, and it's now about 2:30 p.m. So I doubt I will seem all over the place because I'm pretty used to drinking caffeine, but just in case, you've been warned. I am excited for a couple reasons. One, it's only been about 2 weeks since I last recorded, which is quite a feat. Lately it seems to be about a month in between. And also because I finished my February socks, both pairs that I wanted to do. So that makes me really happy, and it was definitely down to the wire because, like I said, it's the last day of the month, February 28th, and I literally just bound off my last pair of socks. So let me show you. I'll first show you my pair of socks just because they're on the sock blockers, and then I'll show you the pair I just finished. I think I might have had a hoe last time, but maybe not. Maybe I had only just started these. Anyway, you can see I'm both done now. These are the ever famous Mercury socks in Witch Candy Yarns, and it's in the color Lily Purlitzer, which is a multi-pink and white with green, like neon green pops, and I absolutely love this color. I also really like the stitch definition, the pattern, the way it is. However, unlike many podcasters, I did not love knitting these. I knit on 9-inch circulars, and I'm not sure if that kind of made the process not as fun as other socks I've done, but I powered through and I made it. Anyway, details about the sock. I do a 20 round 2x2 rib. This is a 90, hey, I told you the dogs are crazy. It's a 90 round leg, and I actually, for the very first time ever, remembered to do the 10 rows, or they say about an inch, but I did 10 rows of just stockinette on the back of the heel. I've always just carried the pattern down, which they don't recommend, and I think it would make your sock wear out faster. I did I did Mina's mini heel flap, mini gusset. I'm not sure exactly, I don't remember the name exactly, but it was my very first time doing that. And I did my Kiss the Partridge heel, which you can see gives it some really interesting color definition. In case you haven't heard me say it before and this is your first time watching, I do have that pattern on Ravelry if you want to check it out. My foot was roughly, I think, 92 rows or rounds, followed by I did Mina's toe, and I really do like these. The pattern itself, which is free, so I can talk about it. They have a lot of different sizes, but it was sizing that is not your standard sizing, and I was tempted to go for the 60 stitch or 60 stitch count. But I was really nervous that it might not fit. So I modified this to be 64 stitches. And how I did that, you can see there, I added a purl to the end of each half. So that's 2 stitches. And then I added a knit to the beginning. Yeah, that side looks the same. So you can see, just had an extra purl and an extra knit, which accounted for the extra 4 stitches per sock. These are a little bit loose, not too loose by any stretch of the imagination, but I think possibly having the lace may open it up or make it a bit stretchier. So the 60 count probably would have been fine, but it's just so much work to put into it to worry that it's not going to fit. So that was my concern. I'm not sure how I'm gonna like wearing these. Originally when I started knitting socks, I didn't think that I'd want to wear them to work. And I wear boots for work, tall, heavy kind of boots, not like cowboy boots or, fancy boots or anything. So I wasn't sure I was gonna like these. And I actually do love wearing my hand knit socks in boots, but I don't think I'll be able to wear these in boots. I might give it a try. We'll see how it goes. But I'm not sure that lace socks are really my thing. They're beautiful. And now I need some cute shoes to wear them in so I can show them off. Devin of Frankifee Knits was talking about or she was showing a picture on Instagram of her wearing her hand knit socks with Birkenstocks. And of course, me being from the Pacific Northwest, that is nothing unusual. We do that, whether it's stylish or not, because it's cold and rainy and wet most of the time. So I do wear mine with my Birkenstocks. Hey, knock it off. But in the summer, mostly I'll just wear them without. Alrighty, on to my second FO, which I have to pop on the sock blockers here, are my boyfriend's socks. So again, if you haven't watched so far this year, my goal for each month is to finish 2 pairs of socks, one pair of socks for me, and so I can finish my box of socks, and 1 pair of socks for my boyfriend. And he has rather large feet, size men's, US men's 14, and that does take quite a bit of time. So here we go. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, there we are. I finished both of his socks, and these are the ones I just finished. So these are done on I guess I forgot to mention, mine are done on a 2.25 or a US 1. These are done on a US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. And these dogs, they want to play. They're really not fighting, I promise. So these are done, like I said, 2.5 millimeter needle. Ice Yarns mini sock they have 3 types of sock yarn, and this is the mini sock, which comes in 50-gram balls. And I don't know the colorway. They use just the color name, so it's probably teal, blue, black, or something along those lines. You'd be able to figure it out if you wanted to purchase them and went to their website, because they don't have anything else like this. I knit, again, a 20 round 2x2 rib cuff. He likes his slightly shorter than mine, so I did 80 rounds for the leg. Again, I did remember to do 10 rounds of plain stockinette. Also used Mina's mini heel flap or mini gusset. Again, the Kiss the Partridge heel, followed by a whopping 104 rounds for the foot and Mina's rounded toe. I absolutely love how this color did this spirally pooling effect. I think it's beautiful. I know some people don't like it, but this stayed consistent throughout the sock, obviously other than the heel and the toe. But I love it. I wish these would fit me. I don't wish I had size 14 men's feet, but they're cute. Yeah, I can't think what else to say about that. For him, I've just been trying different things, because the downside of making socks for someone is that you have no idea how they actually feel. So he's been happy with the length so far, so I've just been using different toes. And like I said, I did the mini heel flap gusset thing just to see what fits him best, what he likes best. And he doesn't have a particularly high arch like I do. So I think, I'm not sure if he'll need the mini heel gusset next time, but I just wanted to give that a try. And I forgot to mention on mine, they fit kind of loose anyway, so I had no problems getting them on, but I do think I like that. I'm going to at least continue doing that for a while to see how I like it. I will show you. I forget. I think I did weigh this, but this is all the yarn that I had left from mine. Super small, but nothing in comparison to the 2 grams each that I had for his socks. Well, actually, I know this one's 2 grams because I weighed it, and that one should be roughly 2 grams, although it feels slightly bigger. I didn't weigh the balls before I started, but they're supposed to come in 50-gram skeins, and within, the gram or 2 little deviation there tends to be. I'm pretty sure that was it. So just enough probably for a square my cozy memory blanket and if there's enough left over for my crochet granny stripe blanket. So those are all my FOs. I only have one whip that I'm going to talk about because it's the only one that I've done any work on in the last 2 weeks. And you'll see it has not been a lot of work. So this is my Find Your Fade. And literally I think I've put 4 rows on it. You can see I'm just adding in that third color, which I believe is where I talked to you last, but I've done just a little bit more. I think there is just 1 stripe left of the previous color until I can get rid of that, and then just keep going with the gray and the pink. And here's what that gray and pink looks like, because it's hard to see in the actual shawl at this point. In fact, it matches my sweatshirt or my t-shirt perfectly. I don't know yet because I haven't seen how this knits up completely yet, but it's in the back of my mind that I think I might want maybe a featherweight or a flax light out of this. I think it would knit up really pretty, so we'll see how that keeps going. What else? I do have some other projects that are on the needles, but like I said, no work on them during this last 2 weeks. So I have my March socks all planned out already. I mentioned before that, first of all, I will mention again that I have my Mermaid Party sock cowl going on, which the price for that is going to be a skein of this beautiful Mermaid Party yarn by Yarn Cafe Creations. That's Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations. And way back when, I think the end of last year, she had sent me an extra, she let me pick what skein I wanted, and I had already ordered this one from her, and I decided to pick another one, so that is going to be the prize. I just checked in the FO thread for that cowl that I have going on, which ends the end of March, so you have 1 more month, plenty of time to knit at least 1 pair of socks and join my cowl. You get 2 entries if you happen to do my Kiss the Partridge heel, and all the details are in there, and only 1 entry if you do any other sock, and you can win this yarn. So I cannot wait to knit this up. My plan is to do Mina's March New York sock collection pattern, and I'm just dying to see what it looks like. I can't wait. I've pre-ordered the whole collection, so hopefully, I mean, I love her other sock patterns. I completed every single pattern in the Beyond Vanilla collection 1, and I still have the 4 to do in the Beyond Vanilla Part 2 collection. So my boyfriend, I gave him 3 options, 3 different green yarns, and he decided this one was the one that he liked. And there's like this sort of, it's not quite coming up on the camera the same as it is in person. This is kind of like a pea green, this lighter green. There is a darker green, which is this color, and I know it looks kind of gray on the camera, but it's not. Yeah, it's definitely like a foresty kind of green. And there's white and gray patches, and then this color I would call maybe like a mint color. It looks more mint on the screen than it does in person, but I don't have a good name for what I would call it. So this, again, is the Ice Yarns mini sock. I'm not sure how this is going to knit up. They all seem to be a little bit different, but they are 2 50-gram balls. Maybe you can see the difference. I'd say this one is showing up. They're about the same. This one's a little bit more true to color. So I'm really looking forward to doing those and to see that pattern. If I don't think a lot of her New York collection is going to be lace. I hope it's not. Fiona's joined us again. Then I'll do maybe the pebble socks for my boyfriend, or I might look at that Part 2 collection and see if there's one of those I want to do for him. Luckily, he's not too picky about the actual pattern, and I let him pick the yarn, so it is what it is. What else did I want to say? Oh, I do have some acquisitions. I've been good. I have not really purchased anything, but I did get my sock yarn swappers package This is What the Flock, and these are 5-gram minis. You can see her card there. And it says What the Flock, hand-dyed yarn and fiber. So, sorry, a little bit of crinkling, it's gonna happen. And I want to show you a few of my favorites. I haven't even taken these out of the package yet, so there's the back side of her card there. So initially, what pops out at me are these beautiful neons, of course, pink and orange. Two of my absolute favorite colors. These are kind of all really neon, they're beautiful. I've never used her yarn before, and I'm really excited to. They all have these great pops of neon, which are really, this one especially, these are just gorgeous. She even has some little more pastel ones. That's pink and purple and white. This one's really pretty. Fuchsia and purple and lime green, and these are just perfect for summer. I know it's not summer, but I'm ready. I'm ready already. It's been super cold and yeah, just yuck here lately. That one's kind of a rainbow. So yes, I know you've heard me talk about this before, but if you're looking for more minis, check out her Ravelry page, which is Sock Yarn Swappers. She does a great job, and it's roughly $30 if you live in the US per month. I also have 2 little surprises that came in the mail. One is from Michelle of the Naughty Knitwits. She sent me some non-yarn related items, which I totally would have been just fine with, but included in the package some yarn because she said that she thought I'd be disappointed if there wasn't yarn in the package. So Michelle, thank you so much. You are so sweet to think of me, and I love those other items that I'm not going to show just because they're kind of personal to me. So I do love that, and I really love this. So beautiful, just a nice extra. This is knitted wit yarn, and there you can see the color really well. Pinks, green, black, purple, just a whole bunch of colors, yellows, a little bit of red even, and this is the color Supernova. And I don't pre-plan well in advance, but this might be my Christmas color. I think mostly because the green pops out, but I do love this. So thank you, Michelle. I cannot wait to knit this up. That was very sweet of you. She also included a little sample of lavender sock soap, and it smells amazing. I need to order some of this. Maybe not lavender, but something. So yeah, that smells great. The other thing that I got in the mail was that I won a prize from Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations. Yay, thank you. I'm getting a text message. I hope you can't see that on your screen. So anyways, it's gone now. So she let me pick, I won, it was just one of her contests that she did, and she let me pick any color that I wanted. And I absolutely love this color. This is Rail Car. There you can see her tag. Maybe it's not focusing very well, is it? But I think you can read it well enough to read it. Yarn Cafe Creations, Christy, like I said. There's the color, Rail Car, and it is 437 yards, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, her yarn is so squishy and soft, and I'm really looking forward to knitting with her yarn this month. Again, I don't know when I'll be knitting this color up. Maybe fall with those beautiful oranges, but I have a lot of fall yarn, so I don't know, but I love it. And thank you so much, Christy. You are so sweet, and your daughter's sweet too. I enjoy seeing her on the podcast as well. She also sent me this, which looks like a sewing pattern, but it is actually a notebook, which will come in handy. Cody's smelling my yarn. There he is. That's Cody. I I think you did see him on the last podcast. I think he likes being on camera. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, the funny thing is I got this in the mail and I thought it was a sewing pattern, and I have had sewing on my mind lately. I am not a sewist at all. I doubt I have time to sew, but yeah, you guys that are sewing all the time are definitely inspiring. That's all I gotta say about that. So that's very cool. And she also sent me this cute little, super noisy wrapped umbrella. It is a sheepy umbrella. So again, Christy, this will come in handy, very much so, because like I mentioned earlier, it rains here all the time. So that's beautiful, thank you. Just trying to think so I don't forget anything. I honestly think that's about everything that has been going on. Still very, very busy at work, and we're still shorthanded, so that calls for a lot of overtime. Which is another reason that I was glad to get this podcast out today, because I think after today, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to go back to work, and it's going to be either 5 or 7 days in a row, and I work 12-hour shifts, so as if I wasn't already exhausted, I'm going to be more exhausted. But my plan is to get cracking on my socks and get those done for March. So thank you everyone for watching, and I do appreciate you tuning in, especially if you come back time after time. And yeah, you guys have a great March. Talk to you soon. Bye.